All right, you may not have heard the name Mo Amer just yet, but unless you are living under a rock, you are definitely about to. Mo's been featured on the critically acclaimed Hulu series Rami, and he'll appear in DC Comics' upcoming Black Adam. But for my 2 cents, we'll all know his name because of his stellar new Netflix series, one that, with healthy doses of comedy, tragedy, and a lot of olive oil, aims to bring to life the Palestinian immigrant experience.
Hello, sir. Would you like to try some chocolate hummus?
You say chocolate hummus? You know what he just did? He just insulted my grandmother. Yeah. To hell with your culture.
Lo siento, I did not know that hummus was Mexican.
It's not Mexican. It's Palestinian. You know what? There's a lot of misinformation out there. It's not your fault.
Do you always carry that with you?
Yeah, some people carry hot sauce. I carry olive oil. Not just any olive oil. It's Palestinian olive oil. It's next level. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I can't wait.
The pita's for the hummus.
That's not hummus. Would you put chocolate chips on guacamole? Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, trust me. All right.
It's not bad.
Uh-huh.
It's really good.
All right, I spoke with Mo earlier about his life and work on the series. Take a look. Mo Amer, thank you so much for joining us. Let me just say right out the bat, I mean, this was an incredible series. I binge watched it with my family. It meant a lot, and it was just such an incredible and powerful series. I wanted to start by asking you how you feel, given the reaction that you're receiving, the reception the show has received, and what you're thinking about all of it now.
It's really been overwhelming, you know, just hearing, because this story is uniquely mine. It's an immigrant refugee story, but there's many out there, right? There's many people out there that feel the way I feel or can relate to the story. Even if you're not a refugee or asylee, you can just relate to the struggle of working, trying to take care of your family, the spiritual struggle that comes with it. And it's just a beautiful thing to see people's reactions. It's just blowing me away, to be honest. It's beautiful.
You say this story is uniquely yours, but obviously it is resonating with a lot of people. It's obviously going to resonate with a lot of people who may not even be familiar with, the Palestinian experience or the immigrant refugee experience. What do you want viewers to take away from this story, your story, this show?
Well, I mean, it's really important to understand, like, this is about a story about belonging, about, feeling equal to the person next to you. And anybody can relate to that, that's having problems fitting in. It doesn't have to be like an immigrant refugee story, but also to understand how unorganized the system is, the immigration system that is, and how long it actually takes to get your asylum status. And people think like, oh, when you get granted asylum, it's a done deal. No, you still have to wait another 5 years to get your green card, another 5 years to get your citizenship. So it's a really long process, and you're unable to travel as freely as you could, to be able to see family, to communicate with them. Like, it's just very difficult, to go through that, and all while paying taxes, right? It's pretty astounding. So it's just really important for people to know and sympathize with it and relate to it and have some empathy towards this kind of experience. And like I said before, this is a story for everyone, for the everyman, anybody who's just been working hard day to day, paycheck to paycheck, multiple jobs, just trying to make ends meet. And at the same time, potentially be losing themselves, losing who they are, maybe some spiritual illnesses, just like losing yourself in the world and trying to provide for your family and not dealing with the grief that potentially could be there as well. So it's a powerful one, man. I put everything I had into it, and it's just so wonderful to see everybody's reactions.
Yeah, no, we can definitely see how much you've put into it. And I wanted to ask you, and you have talked in the past about laughing your pain away. It is clearly a theme. I mean, I've watched all your series. I've watched this show. And you can see moments in the show when you almost want to laugh but cry at what you are going through at various moments in your life and experiences. And I don't want to give away too much of the show, but talk to me about why that is. Why is it important for you to have this big theme of laughing the pain away? Not in this project, generally in your approach to humor.
Tell me why you hurt inside. Please tell me.
By the way, we only got 3 minutes, so don't get too deep on me.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, the bottom line is like a lot of grief, a lot of pain can naturally take you to this comedic place. It happens all the time. You see somebody maybe laughing so much they start crying, or somebody that cries so much they start laughing. It's just a natural human reaction to relieve any kind of pain or stress that's going on. And it was important to highlight those moments, like those moments that are deeply painful and you know that show struggle and to sit in it and be there. Although it's a comedy, the show is a comedy, but we didn't want to shy away from the really painful moments. I think it's really important just to sit in it and let the characters like go through that. And yeah, that's it. I don't know how else to explain it, but being a refugee, asylee, anywhere and dealing with this generational type pain is something that lingers, and I don't think that enough people deal with it constructively. So it was a great way to layer it in the show. And I don't have a codeine addiction. Very important. Anybody who's watching the show, I've never been addicted to codeine, nor have any desire, but it's another like great complexity to the character that you can easily lose your way and start using outside things to try to make yourself feel better.
Let me ask you about your generational trauma, if you will, for a moment. And it is certainly something that a lot of Palestinians are familiar with. Many viewers at home, maybe watching this show, they may not be familiar with just how many families fled Kuwait and other parts of the Middle East during the Gulf War. They may not be that well versed into how important that moment was. How do you go about teaching aspects of history, not just in Kuwait, but even also, as your mother in the series talks about what happened in 1947, that were so central to your life, but may seem so far away to the average Netflix viewer?
Yeah, it was just really important to show what displacement, statelessness can do. You think you're comfortable in Kuwait and everything is going great, and then next you know the Gulf War erupts, and then you're reminded immediately that, oh, we don't have a home. Like where do we go? And that does something. That does something to you. It's hard to explain or put my finger on it. It's just like this pain and this longing and this like almost like you're floating around wondering where you belong. And, you know, and that's another reason why I wanted to film it in Houston, is like, that's a city that embraced me, loved me, that took me in, took my family in, one of the most diverse cities in America. And we're lucky to have Houston. Some people don't have that, and they're still looking for a home right now, still looking to feel accepted and loved and cared for and seen as an equal human being. So shout out to Houston, and just like the support that they've given the show. It's the most diverse city in America. Never have they had a scripted series, scripted series. So it was just very important to highlight Houston as well and tip my hat to H-Town.
I was going to say, have you been able to connect with Beyonce or Megan Thee Stallion yet after the success of this show?
I'm waiting. I'm waiting, but I'm expecting some calls soon, hopefully.
Hopefully, after this segment, they'll definitely be reaching out. Mo Amer, my friend, it's always a pleasure. Congratulations to you and all the incredible success that you rightfully deserve. Best of luck to you going forward, my friend.
Brother, much love. Thank you. Peace, peace.